Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. Let's talk about some dangerous silver. Silver that is extremely risky, and it really is a bad investment to say the least. Now, when you're buying silver, you're basically transferring money to preserve it in something else that is quote unquote money, because gold and silver is money, right? It's real value, it has intrinsic value, but not all of these coins are the smartest or safest purchases and investments, and that's what we're going to talk about in this video. These are the types of silver that I steer away from. It can be exceptional in some cases that I'll be explaining in this video, but for the most part I steer away from this type of silver for several reasons. It could either be, one, it's extremely hard to sell, two, there's no market for it, or three, they're just overpriced. And a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, this is throwing your money away in a hole, and it's extremely hard to get that type of premium back when it comes to reselling. Now, whenever there's a market, whenever someone's willing to pay a price, there's going to be listings for it. There's going to be people selling it, because why not? People are chasing the dollar. If there's an MS-70 graded American Eagle, even though it's a bullion coin that you're paying for the coin, or you're paying for the slab, not the coin. The saying is pay for the coin, not the slab. But you're paying a $40 premium basically just to buy the plastic that's around the coin. Even though it's a silly investment, if people are willing to pay it, you better be known that someone's going to be selling it. Why not? Wherever someone's willing to put a dollar, they're going to have a market for it. Unfortunately, that can easily attract beginner stackers that don't really know what the difference between high premium silver or numismatic silver is compared to bullion, and they don't know the gray area that lies within. And that gray area is where all of the bad investments come from. Not even talking about impulse buying or panic selling, but straight up just silly mistakes, irrational, or just lack of knowledge that it comes into the world of precious metals. Now, there's a couple different types of silver I want to start with. The first type I want to start with is these numismatic coins, because it's not about the silver. If you're stacking silver for its metal content because you like silver as silver, then you need to stay away from numismatic coins. Even this could even go along the lines of Morgans, because Morgan silver dollars are a very tricky market. A very tricky market. It's a risky market because you need to understand how to condition these coins from your naked eye. If you don't know what these coins go for, if it's a VG or if it's an MS-64 Morgan in let's say it's a 1901 Morgan that's VG plus or whatever the case is, if you don't know how to I guess appraise that coin from yourself, or at least have a red book handy, then you could be losing a lot of money, and it's an extremely tricky and risky market. So I definitely recommend not getting into stuff like this, not getting into silver like this until you've already built a foundation and have been an experienced stacker for some time, because I've fallen victim to it myself. Also, be careful of eBay listings. Once upon a time, when I was a new stacker, I found this MS-70 2013 Panda. And an MS-70 means mint state, perfect condition. 70 is the highest grade it can go. So it was in perfect condition. 2013 is a highly sought after year because there's 3 pandas on there, and it's a very unique coin. There's no other Chinese panda ever had 3 pandas on it. So it was a unique design. I knew that coin would do good. That was back earlier, so the mintage numbers were still around the several million, but not anything above 8 million. I think 8 million's nowadays, maybe around 5-6 million minted per year. So that's pretty low, especially for pandas. It was when, at an age where they're still highly collectible. They quadrupled their value within the next 5 years. So I found it for a decent price on eBay, not knowing that he purposely only showed 3/4 of the coin to not show the one little section that had a scratch on it. So when I got that coin, not only did I just lose the premium, not only did I just lose the value of that, I also have to resell it for something way less than MS70, because an MS70 means perfect condition. But if that coin's no longer in perfect condition, then you can't sell it for perfect condition, and you cannot get that premium back. You basically might as well bust open the plastic, the capsule, and you might as well just sell it for spot price, because that's what it's worth. And that is why some of these coins are extremely risky. If you're willing to pay a $40 premium on this coin, you better be damn sure that you are protecting that coin at all costs. Whether it's the dehumidifiers, silica gel packs, whether it's using tarnish strips, whether it's always wearing gloves, keeping it in a low moisture area, because milk spotting and scratching or even smudging from the oil on your fingertips, that can devalue a coin extremely fast, and I've seen it happen time and time again. Now, sometimes if you do buy from respectable dealers like AppMex, JM Bullion, if the coin isn't up to par when you get it, then you usually can return it for a refund or get another coin in condition of your satisfaction. I highly recommend doing this if you've ever fallen victim to this, because they send out thousands of ounces of silver a day. They can't keep up with every single. I mean, they do have quality control, I'm sure, but sometimes you might get the short end of the stick and get a coin that isn't up to par. And always make sure you contact them and try to get the coin that is up to your standard, because if not, then you're basically throwing your money in the garbage. Now, let's talk about some other types of silver. Now, I mentioned earlier in this video these graded American Eagles, and these are coins, bullion coins that are graded do not make sense to me. A bullion coin is supposed to be a coin that you can touch with your bare hands, that's only worth the metal content. You're buying an ounce of silver, so you're buying an ounce of silver, not anything after that. Anything after that is throwaway. It's irrelevant. So for a bullion coin to be graded, that's like putting a Tesla body in a Cavalier's engine. It just doesn't make sense, because the bullion coin is meant to be bullion. It's meant to be touched with your bare hands. It's meant to be dinged around, to let tarnish. And the fact that there's a market for it is the only reason it's happening. And another thing is with graded coins is beware of these the first strike or first edition or whatever. That's just a fancy word for saying higher premium, but it really, 9 times out of 10, it's not even true. I remember reading an article where they can't even tell what the first 1,000 coins minted were, the way that they produced them. But you need to be careful with this. Also 4/9 fine silver is another type of silver that you need to be careful with. Maple leafs, the Australian kangaroos are 4/9 fine silver. So a couple different other types of silver is 4/9 fine, but it just means that they're pure. They're more pure, which also means they're softer, which means there's not the extra metal in there that makes the coin durable. So they're more susceptible to getting milk spots. They're easier to get smudging. It's extremely soft silver. I mean, silver is a precious metal, which means it's soft already. So 4/9 fine silvers means it's even softer, which means you have to be more careful with it. So those are some of the things I recommend. So this is stuff that I always try to tell beginner stackers. Stick to bullion at first. Try to lower your dollar per cost average. Build a foundation. Stack as much silver as you can for as cheap as possible, and steer away from some of the riskier stuff at first, because it's so easy. There's so many types of silver out there. There's so many different options. There's so many different varieties. It can be extremely easy to fall into a category that that you're not ready for yet. I know there's these unboxings, these videos you see, or people unboxing the lunar years that are paying $50+ premiums for some of this silver, but they probably already have a foundation of hundreds of ounces of silver underneath their belt. So if you're not there yet, don't try to stack like them, or you're going to set yourself up for failure. Balance is key, and that's definitely the way to go, is balance your stack out, but at first you need to build a foundation. Just like a house is never durable, is never steady if there's not a strong foundation, and that's how your silver stack should be. You buy bullion in the beginning, build a foundation, then you can branch off to some of these other coins that I mentioned in this video, but also recommend that you understand how those coins work, how the markets work as well. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. If you did enjoy this video, Please make sure to smash that like button. Please make sure to subscribe if you're new. I post daily videos. I posted 2 other videos a day. I know you guys will enjoy, so go check those out. They'll be in the top left and right hand corner if you didn't get a chance to see those yet. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thank you guys for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I will see you guys soon. Peace.